Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are putting together the November monthly kit and I'll show you what we have on the papers first. Obviously the base and the background. Lots of flaps and pockets, envelopes, notepad or notebook as usual, tids and bits, fuzzy cards, tags, cards, and we have lots of backing paper with different options and notebook papers. I'll just cut everything off camera and come back to you. Okay, I'm back. I cut all the pieces and grouped them in different parts. Everything else I'll be doing on camera. I'll just distress the edges a little bit. I'm using my mini scoreboard here to score the folio base to make our spines. When all the lines are scored, I'm just folding the folio into shape. Panel A has 2 flaps and 3 pockets. 2 of the pockets goes on top of the flaps and 1 goes underneath them. It actually doesn't matter which one you put on top, which one you put on the bottom. I marked them anyways. The only thing you have to pay attention here is the placement of the flap pockets, because the bottom flap has pocket on the front side and the top flap has it on the reverse side. I'm gonna start by scoring the flaps and the underneath pocket first and distress the edges a little bit before placing them on the folio. When you add the flaps, you have to decide if you want some kind of closure with these ones. I added small circles into the kit if you want to do that. At first I thought I would do it too, but because of the shape of the flaps, they wouldn't be centered and I didn't like the look, so I changed my mind. But if you want to do it, for the bottom one, you have to put it on the pocket so you can hide the bread. And for the top flap, you have to put it on the flap itself, so when you place the pocket underneath it, the bread would be hidden. When you place a moving part on a folio, just make sure you leave a tiny gap for easy movement. If you place it too closely to the folding parts or to the edges, it won't be easy to move them back and forth. Let's move on to the middle panel, which is panel B. This one has, sorry about that. This one has 4 flaps and a slot pocket. I use my crocodile to punch the circles and my X-Acto knife to make slits. Panel B has 4 flap pockets. 2 of them go on the left side and the 2 other go on the right side. To attach the flap pockets, we have to put these rectangular floral pattern pieces on them. What you have to pay attention is there is a stitch or false stitch around the edges, which indicates where the opening is. So you have to put glue or tape underneath these false stitches. Honestly, it's kind of hard to watch yourself and talk. Maybe I should see if it's better to make ACMR videos. Actually, please do comment which one you like. Do you like walkthroughs with talk or just watch how to do it with music on the background? And also, it's 6 a.m. in the morning as I'm recording this. Coffee just kicking in. So hopefully I'll do better in a few minutes. Let's distress the edges before we attach the piece on the flap. Like I said, I'm just aligning it with the right edge, paying attention to where the false stitches are. And voila. I'm done with the front sides, so I'm flipping over to make the other side, again paying attention to where the opening is. I distress the edges and place it aligning the right side of the flap with my pocket piece. If you have any white parts showing off like I do here, you can just trim them off once you're done with all the flaps before you attach them to the panel. The flaps are all the same size and they are slightly narrower than the panel for easier movement, and it really doesn't matter which one you put first, but 2 of them go on the right side and the 2 other go on the right side of the panel. Also, when attaching the flaps, make sure you have a tiny gap between the fold line and the flap itself. If you put it too closely or on the fold line, you will have a hard time to open and close your folio. And I forgot before, but I usually do some distressing on the fold lines so I can see clearly where I place the flap or moving parts, and I also like the look. Now let's attach the big slot pocket to hide the tabs and have a clean look on our folio. It's just pretty basic. You just align it and glue or tape it down, and that's it. Let's move on with our last piece for the interior of the folio, which is again a small slot pocket that goes on the panel C, or flap panel as I call it. Inside of our folio is ready, and we have only one piece left. It is the back envelope. Here I'm making the envelope first, and I thought I would make a closure for the envelope, but I accidentally put one of the snaps on the wrong side, and I fixed it, but it was quite a hassle trying to fix it because the envelope was already put together. And I'll just remove that part from the video because it's kind of pathetic. I mean, I really felt sorry watching it myself. So you'll just see the done version of it, but it was really heartbreaking, I'll tell you that much. I just wanted to show you here how the snap is put on the wrong side of the envelope. This is the back of it, and it's going to be glued onto the panel. Anyways, we'll jump to the fixed version in a second now. After some long and very painful minutes, I'm finally able to attach the envelope on the back of the folio. And here I'm just putting the tape on only the three sides of the envelope, leaving the top open, so I can use it as another tuck spot. And voila, the base is done. And now we can have fun with the folio. Well, our base is done, and for the rest of the video you'll just watch me adding the tags and cards into place and making the notebook. Even though I messed up at parts, I hope this video was helpful to put together the November monthly kit, and I hope you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.